Okay, I know.
So if you walk up to a Hell's Angel and you just go to a bar, walk up to a Hell's Angel, and you tell them you are all weak, pusillanimous, little limp-wristed pansies, what do you expect?
They're all going to kill you.
Right? Alex
Yes,
Jones made a huge mistake when he just took what he believed at that time and he completely threw that out there. Because it
yes,
has his
what a learning
because
lesson for Alex Jones.
because his what you say has consequence, right? It doesn't mean you can say what you want and nobody will do anything, right? It means you can say what you want freely, but it does not remove any consequence from what you say, right?
That's it. It's the consequence.
Right. Alex Jones said.
It's kind of like slander.
Alex Jones said that they were, faking the Sandy Hook thing entirely.
Yeah, I know exactly. I've been watching this show like off.
Yeah, and
and I remember when he announced that this all happened, and I was like, oh no, he's saying they're all actors, and that sucked because Alex crossed the line. But at the same time, he is a conspiracy theorist, and when you are
no
in the media,
no.
Oh.
Here's the reason why. Okay.
Thank you.
free speech is very specific. However, we have separate laws, okay, for those who are in any type of position to spread information on a massive scale. And there's a reason for that. Okay? Now, yes, is it unfair that Alex Jones is held to a different standard than like CNN, MSNBC, and CNBC? That's unfair. It is. Because they have spread the same type of misinformation. Actually, much bigger. Much bigger. However, Alex Jones, because he is considered on the same level as them, he is treated the exact same. See how that works?
Isn't that so crazy that he could be even considered when he's been banned from his own form of platform that is not a recognizable one?
It does not matter because the metric is the reach and the influence in that position, right? So take for example Project Veritas taking a suit against CNN to retract their stories on who was it? On the Covington kids, right? CNN.
What was the Covington kids?
When there was like some guy who claimed to be Native American and he was beating a drum in the face of this kid from school.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the Covington kids. Yeah. Okay, so what happened was...
Oh my God, he won that huge lawsuit.
Yeah, he did. Thanks to Project Veritas. CNN. Thanks to Project Veritas.
Oh, Nick Covington, right?
They won. But here's the thing. Okay?
Yeah.
CNN was the major progenitor of those news stories.
Oh, no, you're right. That's precedent.
Right? So,
that's precedent.
Yeah. So, due to those laws, okay, and him being able to do that thanks to Project Veritas, right? He was able to take CNN for everything he could, right? Because of that. Now, Alex Jones is held to that same standard.
Well, it's nice that they actually consider Alex Jones. That it does legitimize him, which I always get my news from him. So it's nice that people actually are acknowledging him.
I would totally. I would encourage you to watch Timcast IRL.
Wait, you have your own little thing. I've never heard of this one.
It's not mine. It's not mine.
No, I'm saying the word. I love when people tell me where they get their news. That I respect. Timcast IRL.
Timcast IRL on YouTube. Okay.
Oh, okay.
They are the number one to go to for news and commentary. Okay, because
awesome.
they're not one whole side or the other. All right, and they try to just report the news, right? But anyway, Alex Jones is the reason why he's not totally done is because he has such influence, reach, and position. He's still okay on average per show he does still that he can't do today. Okay. Still to this day, he gets about 10 million viewers per show.
He must.
That's 4 times CNBC, MSNBC,
oh God, it is.
and CNN.
I mean, George Soros is single-handedly backing them up and paying for them to be on air. That's like very psychotic.
Yeah. So that's why he's held to the same standard, because he's actually on that level with the bias included.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I have a question.
It's not unfair what's happening to Alex Jones. It's not unfair because he does owe something.
I did think that he owned some compensatory damages in the civil way, like not unitary or something. There's another form of damages.
It's totally at this point. It's totally civil.
Yeah, of course. But the judge never deemed him guilty right at the top. That was bullshit. That has never happened.
It wasn't bullshit. Here's why. It's not bullshit. Okay. Just because he came out like 10 years ago saying, you know what, I was wrong, he still had an influence to other people that we consider, you and I consider the crazies. Okay. And there's a lot of them. And guess what those people did?
But does it say in the Constitution that if you have an influential status on crazies, it doesn't say that in our Constitution when you're expressing.
It doesn't say that in the Constitution, but it says that in federal law, which is separate.
Then federal law versus which law? Sorry.
So it's basically an add-on to the First Amendment. Overreaching, right? So basically in federal law, okay.
In federal law, you're going to jail if you say something bad.
Huh?
In federal law, if you say something bad, you're going to jail. Whatever. In civil law, you're going to jail.
Here's how law is basically. Okay. It's up to interpretation of the law, the spirit of the law, and the word of law. Those 3 things are taken into account.
Isn't it?
So here's the thing, okay? Let's say federal law says that you can't carry you can't draw a cannon behind your truck, right? Let's say that's what federal law says.
Federal law? Okay.
Let's say that's what it says, right? For an example. Okay. Now, I can put a cannon on top of my truck because my interpretation of that law makes it legal because I'm not pulling the cannon behind me. See how that works?
I mean, I think you're just going there with this one. It's always going to hurt my feelings when it comes to Alex Jones. It's going to be hard for me to like say you're right, but I do think he needed to do some form of compensatory damages for the emotional distress of being told that your child was an actor and they actually didn't die.
Facts.
Right? Because that would piss me off if that was my little brother.
Exactly.
And like, you have to put your like someone you love in that situation and be like, yeah, my little brother, my little brother would be fucking pissed if someone said that.
All right.
So I understand on that level.
Can we take a second to read the chat?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a sec. Let me see. Oh wow, I gotta go up really far.
I've been reading it. I've been reading it. I think I'm your best co-host ever.
Okay.
Bless your heart.
Ferran balanced. What's this live call? Just a random number? No, it's somebody that's actually watching the stream. So yeah. Brandon Peters, I just want a good government. Madcore Mofo. Does this guy look at his chat? Yes, it's just that it's hard to do that. Night Hunter. Balanced if a random number. Brandon Peters, Sarah Voice. Stray Cats Away. At Blessed Cat Badger, do you see her chat? I do now. I'm sorry. Bridget Buckley. Yep. Moose Nut. Yep. Fran Bounce. Yes, we can hear her. Brendan Peters. Yep, we can hear her. Fran Bounce. Read super chats before they go away. I tried to. Madcore Mofo. Mofo Raid. I don't know what that means, but thank you so much, my dude. Thank you. Okay. Bridget Buckley. Thank you. That's nice. Brandon Peters, level up. To answer your question, he does read chat. He's just very slow. Fern Bounce. Okay, have a great night. We came into your chat to give super chats, and we got nothing. We're leaving. Well, I'm sorry for that. If you have no patience, I'm sorry. Brandon Peters. Jesus, what? Put in the chat. How do you spell that? Moose Nut. Hotep. Brandon Peters. Wow, guys, he's talking on the phone. Give him a break. Stray Cats. You're giving him too much credit. He really missed out tonight. I guess not really, because your attention deficit disorder got in the way of you paying attention. Besides, you have no patience. And I don't have patience either. So good luck to us both, I guess. Moose Nut. Love you, Brendan. Stay well, brother. Who doesn't love Brandon? Seriously, I love him. Brandon Peters, 5 times. Wow, you guys were kind of rude. He's a human being, not a man with a million eyes. Exactly. Stay safe and healthy. Good luck trying to find info on what he did. It's top secret. Some of it is. Yeah, that's true. Brandon Peters. She likes the orange man. Well, so do I, but I don't agree with him on everything. I fixed the economy in the 1930s. We can fix it now. We'll see. Totally different world, different technology, different culture entirely. Brandon Peters, Sleepy Joe, true. Brandon Peters, a puppet, I don't know about that. I mean, he's not very great. Definitely could do a lot better. He seems like a puppet at this point. Lana Mace, no, I love the orange man. That's you. Brandon Peters, 5 times. I think states' rights should have some limitations. Nope, I don't think they should. Brandon Peters, Lana, right. Abortion should have been made into law. Damn the left for not acting. No, definitely not. State thing. That's a state thing. Leave it up to the states, and people will sort themselves out accordingly. If they truly believe in something, they will move heaven and earth to go to a state that agrees with what they believe, right? Brandon Peters, I want to mix the government personally. Maybe. We have freedom for now until somebody comes to try and take it. But they'll have to kill me first because take the knee. Oh my gosh, now the FBI is evil. Right, okay, just nuke them. At this point, they are, because they're very partisan. When you become partisan, you're evil to the other side. That's how it works, okay? Human nature. Brandon Peters, I just want good cops. Give them good training and equipment along with high standards like the military. Facts. Militarize the police. Brandon Peters, 6 times. Before, not because. Damn autocorrect. I've seen some cops, and it's clear they have not physical training at all, or at least very little. There's no shame in saying I don't know. True. Police state, nah. The cops just need higher standards and training. Facts. Hell, why not just have National Police Force? That definitely fix some stuff. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Different states, different culture, different beliefs. Okay, let's leave it at that. Brandon Peters, rip for some of your loss at Lana. Brandon Peters 5 times. There's less than 1 million cops in America. That's terrible. Just let the retired reserve 30 million vets become cops. Now that would help out. Brandon Peters, Russia has some more cops than America. Wild given the population difference. Well, yeah, but in Russia, the cops are all leftist, communist, corrupt bastards. So, yeah, we don't want that. Brandon Peters, yeah, documentaries are based. Brandon Peters, actually, different people smell different things. Just look it up. That's true to a certain extent. Yeah. Brandon Peters, no operation. Oh, we read that already. Brandon Peters 6 times. I just want a good government. Is that too much to ask? It is if you rely entirely on leftists. It is. Because they're always shit at a good government. Brandon Peters, Jewish-based lasers, I'm calling BS. Exactly. That's what Marjorie Taylor Greene did too. Brandon Peters, we should think critically with logic and reason and open in mind, but not too open. Brandon Peters, I'm independent. You're pretty far on the left scale for independent, my dude. Brandon Peters, 35, wrong. Sean Young, 33, wrong. Way older. Roblox, wait, who's on call? 44. No, y'all already guessed. You're out of the running. You can't guess anymore. So don't try. You're not going to get the prize. You only get one guess. Brandon Peters, I don't respect Badger because of his age. I respect him because he's a nice guy. Well, I try. But sometimes I do piss you off. You can admit that much. Brandon Peters, 22. I feel old now. Annette Fisher, I already said hi. I already read your latest super chat. Annette Fisher, okay, accept. Brandon Peters, I only know American. Annette Fisher, no, you're a caveman. Yes, I am a caveman. Brandon Peters twice. Laugh aloud, nah. Alex Jones is kind of whack. Kinda if you don't actually listen, right? There's a difference between listening and hearing. Those are 2 totally different things. Annette Fisher, who's the caller? It is the person that sent the last super chat. Brandon Peters, isn't he the guy that denied the school shootings? I'm pretty sure he is. Yes, he did deny the school shooting at Sandy Hook. Yes, we all agree. He should pay for that. Brandon Peters, oh, mistake I see. It's just a mistake. Yeah, it's no mistake. He's lying and spreading lies about what happened. Not very cool to say the least. Brandon Peters, just like the entirety of the left right now, spreading lies and spreading lies about what happened with everything. You know how I feel about holding people accountable to the same exact standard. But it's another reason why I love you, because you keep shooting back at me. And you know what, dude? It's like 2 bullies having a fist fight at school and then realizing they're equal and being like, you know what, dude? Let's eat lunch together. At least back in my day, that's how it used to happen. We didn't pull out the shotguns from our freaking Bronco or Chevy Blazer back in the day to shoot each other. Okay, we had a fist fight and we beat each other half to death, and we were like, I think I'm done. Okay, I think I'm done too. Yeah, cool. Do you duck hunt? Annette Fisher, yep. Let me see. Brandon Peters, Hell's Angels will gut you. Yes, they probably will. Annette Fisher twice. Okay, please, guys, be respectful with each other. Can't understand you when you don't let you speak out. Annette Fisher. Hell's Angels, Banditos, we have them too here in Germany. Yeah, they're all over the world. They really are. Except South America. For some reason, they stay out of South America. Probably because of the cartels. The cartels don't play. Brandon Peters, when you're a conspiracy theorist, anything that goes against the conspiracy is just a cover up to hide the fact of the theory being real. It's a lose-lose. Well, yeah, people that only believe in a certain amount of information put themselves in a catch-22. That's why I encourage people to look outside of what they believe, right? Look at Timcast IRL, listen to Alex Jones, actually listen to Trump interviews and Trump's actual words. And then on the other side, listen to what people like Che Guevara used to say back in the day. Read what Stalin put down. Okay, read about Mao Zedong. All right, read about freaking Kim Sung Il. All right, understand all parts of what it is you think. Okay, reality is, right? And then you'll start to figure out something actually exists in between all of them, right? So yeah. But if you're just purely a conspiracy theorist, diehard believer, you got no room in my existence, man. Brandon Pierce Weiss. I used to watch Tim back in the day. Now I watch lots of other stuff. Watch Timcast IRL. Dude, even if you don't agree, which a huge amount of the time, I don't agree with a lot of the stuff I watch. But I watch it anyway because I want to get that information. I want to get that inside look at something that somebody else believes. And I want to compare and contrast it with what somebody else believes, right? And I want to look down the middle, side, up, down, center, backwards, forwards, reverse, whatever. Okay? That's how I come up with the stuff that I understand, right? Brandon Peters, federal law and state law are different than the Constitution. Yes, they are. And every state has their own constitution as well. Annette Fisher, BRCC style. No idea. Roblox Twice posted a rage compilation in the Discord. Is Alex Jones that gay frogs dude? Yes, he is. Lana Mays, yes. Well, actually, you're on the phone, so that doesn't really count. Roblox, okay, level. Brandon Peters, John Brown looked at the Constitution and saw all men are created equal line, which inspired him to free the slaves. God bless John Brown. Well, not that I believe in God, but he's a base dude. Well, John Brown, he tried to do the right thing in the wrong way. Okay? If John Brown had just joined the Northern people to do the Underground Railroad, he could have done a lot of good, just like Harriet Tubman did. But instead, he went straight for violence. All violence does is make people double down on what they believe. That's all it does. It just begets more violence. So when you incur violence on me, okay, I'm going to incur much more violence on you. And if you survive that, okay, and you can come back, you're going to incur even more violence upon me. And then I have to escalate in kind. That's how it works. Brandon Peters, I should establish Brandonia. Sure. Lana May is talking to Brandon. Annette Fisher, I feel a little uncomfortable that she can read our chat. Please understand, don't want to hurt you. Well, duh. We get that. Annette Fisher. Annette Fisher. Ja. Jawohl. Jawohl, Annette Fisher. Jawohl. Brandon Peters, let's face it, both political parties aren't great. I'd rather have more parties, or at least more people in the independent lib parties. Yeah, we need a lot more political parties. We need a lot more. But people are too stupid, unfortunately, on scale, to actually pay attention. So that's why everybody's struggling right now. Brandon Peters, wait, Badger like Che Guevara back in the day? He was a bad dude and got what he deserved. Yes, he was. And I didn't realize that until way after. Brandon Peters, violence begets violence. You damn Skippy. That's why we're trying to have a dialogue instead. Okay, so So Lana Mays. I think you're still here. I don't know.
I just said Florida for Trump because I just wanted to send $5 to keep it going. That was my little New York, my Florida kind of bumper sticker thing.
Okay. Well, actually, this is a security concern that I tell people all the time. Actually, is like, do not put stickers for anything on your vehicle because you're literally making your vehicle a target for somebody. Right.
I understand that, but everyone where I live has one.
That's different. That's different.
I'll send you my real Instagram because you didn't see my real one. That was my fake one.
That's different because there's a lot of people.
Oh, and if they would key my car.
Oh yeah.
Shoot up my house.
In New York State, your car would be gone. Just because.
Oh my God! That. I don't think you understand where I live in Florida. Naples, Florida, is the most Trump-looking place ever. Like we have a grocery store. I'm going to send you a picture of the grocery store bathrooms. I have a picture of Joe Biden on the urinal. And that's our grocery store.
Like, same thing in Texas.
We have a picture. It's called, look up Seed to Table on Instagram. That's where my grocery store is. And we have a picture of Fauci with a little clown nose on this is my grocery store. And we have a Alfie Oaks who runs the grocery store. It has a FJB in huge letters on his Range Rover parked in front of the store. I'll send it to you if you don't believe me. That's where I live.
I believe you. I believe you. I just think it's very stupid.
Well, in St. Louis, like my dad couldn't fly a Trump flag in front of his house if he didn't want to get robbed or killed. You know what I mean? They would kill you over that because you just don't fucking do that. But where I live, we're just Trumpicans.
Oh no! I mean, just in general, for me, just in general, because
100%, it's all about. I know you're all about protect and serve, and like that.
No, it's not that.
Kind of
it's
ignorant.
Not that. It's about safety and
Honestly,
security.
I want a new car, so it's fine. They can fuck up this car. I don't care.
No.
It's really that important.
For me, it's not that. It's about safety and security, right? So
So yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's about safety and security. I would never drive my car. I'd be driving my county in my car, like to work and back. But if I drove this car across state lines, that freaking sticker's coming off. Right? Definitely. But yeah, it says Trump DeSantis 2024, and I have like honks all day long. Like everyone loves me. And I just want to call it before it happens because I know it's going to be the ticket. Or I'm manifesting the ticket. You know what I mean? You also have to manifest at some point, right? I also like Ted Cruz, so you're lucky. You're in Texas. I didn't like him when he was running against Trump, but I like him now. And it's a shame, like in all other places, you guys can't like practice what you believe. But I live in a very safe area. Naples is so safe. I need to send you the grocery store because Seed to Table provides, when Trump was in office, he provided whenever Ivanka Trump would do anything for the homeless, Seed to Table would provide all the food for it. Because in Florida, we believe in homestead life, like farm seed to table, like farm to table food. And, China is buying up all of our farmland. Like China owns majority of Yellowstone Park, all our freaking national resources because they want us to be land poor. And that was one thing when we had debt against China, Biden gave them our national park.
Can I stop you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are they buying land specifically? Do you know?
They're buying farmland to make the prices of food go up.
I'll rephrase. Where specifically in the United States are they buying land?
Well, Bill Gates owns the most farmland in the whole United States.
No. That's not the question. The question is,
where?
What specific locations?
They're okay. So they are buying it in.
Look, it's not okay. Look, it's okay to say I don't really know.
I'm sorry, it's national resources that you would be able to buy that have never been touched, things that have been protected land. Like
okay, so something under
like
the BLM, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Something under like the Bureau of Land Management.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, here's my immediate cutoff point. None of that is private land.
So it's public and it's available for purchase.
Yep. Guess what that means?
But don't you think it's crazy that, like Obama right now, the reason why gas is lower is because Biden sold off so Trump had gas on hold on reserve, and we're now using all the reserves that Trump had just in case of emergency. And we'll go through that very quick, and then we'll have to tap into something else.
I'll stop you there. Those were not set aside by Trump.
Those were what?
The fuel reserve you're talking about?
Yeah.
It was not set aside by Trump.
Okay. Who was it set aside by?
That was set aside about 50 years ago. I believe, if I remember correctly, it was actually under either Gerald Ford or Reagan.
We've already gone through all that oil.
Now, here's the thing, right? That precedent of reserve was set under
oil.
The precedent of a oil reserve was set under one of those two back in the day, right? Now, yeah. I'm not saying it's not a bad thing. I'm not, okay? I'm not. I know it's a bad thing. However, this idea that Trump was the one that set up these oil reserves is false. It's entirely false.
No, I'm not saying that was the one, because Trump only used the knowledge he had and used good. You learn from history. You learn from people that have done it better than you.
You can put it simply. I'll put it into words for you, if you'll allow me. What you're saying is that the last president was the one who kept on keeping the oil reserves for the U.S. And this newest president is the one who's selling it off, right?
And now the president that we have now is tapping into our emergency reserves in order to seem like we're not.
There you go.
No, it's like happening.
There you go. Yes, I know.
You are very politically correct.
You and I both know.
How you speak.
And I'm not politically correct. I'm factually correct because
you are factually correct, and I love that.
Yeah. But I'm trying to basically snippet what you're trying to say in more simply put terms.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do, because I'm not against you, okay?
No, I know.
But
you
what
say
I'm trying
it in
to
a way
do,
that, like, thank you. I wish someone would have told me it like this.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take what you say in long form and convert it into short form for the live stream.
100%.
So I don't mean to completely and totally just cut you out. I'm just trying to cut things down. Like,
do you know why? Can I tell you why? It's because when you're in the Army, you have to teach this to all the people in your unit, right? And that's how you learn to be so concise and informative. you don't make things, that's why you're such a good teacher of knowledge. It's because you want everyone to be knowledgeable in your unit, so you're a strong unit, right? Oh my God.
I will tell you this much. I was never the best teacher. Never.
You're a good teacher now, I swear.
Well, anybody on the channel will tell you that I'm definitely not the best teacher. I think. I'm not sure, actually. Maybe that's my personal thing. But personally, I think comparing myself to like my peers or people that I've been operationally engaged with, I feel like I only have like 2 brain cells at tops, and they struggle to make things work.
That's bullshit. Well, you can continue to put yourself down, but we don't think that stops.
So yeah. But you know what? Even if that's not true,
I only like smart people, and you're one of them.
Even if that's not true, at the same time, even if that's not true, that keeps me on the ground.
Yeah.
So I'll never get that big head because I always have that severe element of doubt of the self.
Yes, but we also respect you, so don't try it with us.
Well, I do it with y'all. I do it with y'all all the time, and nobody seems to raise a question about it.
Whatever. We're saying you're smart. We respect it. You wouldn't make your podcast if we didn't want your opinion.
Well, I mean, look,
I feel like when I feel like I can throw it back at you.
I can throw it back at you with a hard knock. Okay, you want me to throw it back at you?
Hold on. No, I'm going to say right now. I feel like such a disadvantage of being a civilian versus being a veteran at the knowledge and experience you have. You've been paid $1 million in experience. It is so it's almost invaluable, the experience you have versus the non-existent experience I have and the generic knowledge I have. So why wouldn't I respect your opinion?
Well, because I'm a drunk, crazy veteran.
Well, maybe that's what you're saying, but that's not what I'm reading. You're nuts. You know you're funny, stop saying
I don't know if you could tell, but I've been drunk the whole time. So, yeah.
That just means you're more likely to tell us more things. I think I read drunk on thing. Oh, Drunkstream, whatever. You don't seem very drunk to me.
Well, I've had 20 shots of Everclear so far.
Well,
usually I finish on like 40. So we'll see what happens.
That's bullshit. Because I know a 21-year-old doing 21 shots versus a 30-something-year-old. So I don't think that's true.
Oh, so you're basing your conclusions off of anecdotal evidence.
Yes, off your face. Yes, I am. I decided to say that you're not drunk. And continue.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn.
Brandon said, tell us your secret.
Anyway, so yeah, to go back to what was I saying earlier?
You were talking about how being you were saying that you have like 2 brain cells, and that's not the case. So I'm going to have to change the subject. Let's talk about voting machines and how you think voting is going to play a part, if you even want to tap into that. If not, we can change the subject.
No, before that.
Okay, so before that, you were talking about Well, you were saying being book smart versus being a veteran. Well, no, that's where we were going before that. I think we should have changed the subject. I think we should go on to a new topic. Like, how do you feel about, I think voting is a huge aspect in the next election.
Can you do me a favor?
If you have any insight on that, yeah?
Can you be much louder and pronunciate things much clearer?
Sorry about that. What do you think about the voting process in America, the Dominion voting machine, the aspect of mail-in votes, and do you feel that the voting process in the 2024 election and in future elections before that, which wasn't very good, I'm so sorry, are going to be affected? Or do you think that this really was a valid election? Am I cutting out?
I'm very sorry. Can you be
Hello, can you hear me now better?
Can you project your voice and at the same time pronunciate much louder, please?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? On. Hello? 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 Hello?
Can you
hear me?
speak?
Can you hear me now?
Can you project your voice and be more clear?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think of the Dominion voting machine? Dominion voting machines and the voting process of the 2020 election, and do you think that it has been corrected any hindrances, or do you think we will go through the same thing in the 2024 election with Dominion still in place, which is a fraudulent voting machine? And have you seen the 2000 Mules documentary?
Yes, and yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So here's my thing. I really hate digital anything. Really.
And mail-in.
So yeah. Here's the thing. It was proven that mail-in ballots, mail-in voter registry was a huge mistake. Now, am I saying that stole the election from Trump? No. Okay. He lost fair and square. There was too many votes. That came over. Okay. Even after the errors were cut out. That was it, son. Okay. He lost. He lost because people wanted just regular shit and they thought they would get it with a corpse. Whatever. All right. Now, with digital stuff, I don't trust it. I never will. I never can. And here's the reason why. I have known guys who can hack into the databases of government freaking places and just barely change something in their communication chain and make them do something totally different. So knowing that, I can't trust that shit for nothing. There you have it. Lana?
Did Biden beat Obama in votes?
What?
Biden beat Obama in votes?
No, he didn't. No, absolutely
yes,
not.
He did. He had the most votes in history of the world of America, 85 million.
No, he didn't. If you count in the 2008, election votes, right?
I am counting them.
You have to go state by
Obama.
state. You have to go state by state, right?
I did.
Now, here's the problem. There are metrics that are only measured at the state level. Guess what?
You're saying that.
Guess what? Majority of those states never release those metrics. I remember because I was there. I voted for him the first time. So yeah, when it came to Obama, the first time they didn't release a majority of votes per state. They had the votes counted at the national level, and that was it. And that's what happened. Now, can I say that it was? Can I say it was manipulated? No. I was too young to make that determination. I don't have that training. All right. I don't have that experience. I was a brand new freaking like E5 to the Army. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But in hindsight, can I say it was a little strange? Yeah. Yeah, it was a little strange. But he still won, even after those things were taken out. He still won the vote. So, yeah, sorry to everybody, but he still got it.
Did you vote for Biden?
Huh?
Did you vote for Biden?
No.
Okay.
I voted for Trump this last time. But for Obama, I voted for 2 terms.
Mm-hmm.
Way back in the day.
I understand. And where do you live in Texas now?
Oh, what'd you say?
Where do you remain in Texas? Reside, I'm sorry.
West. Far west.
Is that where my brothers both lived in Texas? Apparently I have an accent. I apologize to the chat. Can you hear me now?
Project your voice.
Okay, so another question. Let's say, who do you want to run for 2024 Republican candidates? Vice president and president. Who are your picks?
DeSantis, VP, or Tulsi Gabbard. I'll be fine with that too. And then Trump.
Is your president?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm obsessed with that's another fucking $5 right there. Because you agree with me. I support my people.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
I'm just
it excites me.
I'm just so used to operating within the left, right?
What does that mean?
Okay, so I'm still a liberal to a huge extent, right?
In what ways are you a liberal?
Well, I believe in the freedom of speech.
That's conservative.
No, it's not. You know why it's not?
How?
Because conservatives believed in the preservation, okay, the conservation of that exact right, right? Okay. Liberals believe in the expansion of that right. Okay? To put it simply.
So you mean, are you speaking on the concept of freedom of speech being more so in the liberal values? As in, I mean, Trump never, number one, Trump, which I know you come from California, I'm trying to project, so please don't take how I speak in a way, in
That's
any
fine.
type of way.
That's fine.
Trump had the most, had the most African American employees when he had his company. In his company, he had the most employee ratio of African Americans, who is very diverse. Oh my gosh, you're gonna stop me here. I was gonna go with something, but it's okay.
African Americans or Black Americans? Which one?
African Americans.
So literal people that immigrated from Africa to here to work.
Well, so I took the Africa diaspora class when I was at Mizzou, because that's where I went to college, and that occurred very early on in our history of America. Black people sold Black people to us. Do you not know that?
Well, I know that, but I'm only paying attention to the here and now. Okay.
Oh, well,
that's why I asked that question. I'm like, okay, actual African Americans, because they still immigrate here. Most of them join the military. Okay. Or Black Americans.
Well,
totally different metric.
The more respectful term is, there is no such thing as Black or white Americans. It is Caucasian or it's African American. There is no such thing as Black, or because Black can be Hispanic as well, or it could be Indian. There is no such thing as Black. It is African American. There is Indian American. There is, yes, there is. It is. What are you talking about? It's Caucasian.
Okay, there's a very clear distinction made. Okay.
I've never applied on a job application seeing Black be a option.
I know. However, if somebody is at least 2 generations removed from any type of immigration, they are listed as Black American.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
If anyone is 2 generations removed, okay, they're listed as
slavery from Africa.
They're listed as Black American.
But there's no option on any type of form of document.
Exactly.
Black American is not a term.
Precisely. Exactly.
There's Caucasian. There's
Exactly.
Latino.
Okay, when you fill out those forms, right?
Yes.
You tell them what you think you are, right? When they make that determination through your blood, okay, you're put on a separate entire freaking category.
I did a DNA test and I have a little African American in myself.
How could you not?
Yes, I do.
I said, how could you not?
That's funny because we all come from Africa. I understand.
Because
you are
no, it's not even that. It's not even that. It's the fact that like 3 out of 5 that came out of the U.S. for a certain amount of time were from Africa. So that being said and understood, it's like, how could there not be a lot that could trace a lineage back that far? Like,
listen, I don't know what to say to you. I have my mom and my dad tested.
I'm not being mean. I'm not being mean. Okay. It's just
no,
funny.
Listen, I need to hear this.
It's just funny because a lot of people don't even understand. Okay, my family's mixed.
I do understand about the African diaspora. I studied it very in depth. I was a Black History minor in college.
I'm sure you have. Okay.
It was the easiest courses to take, so I took them all.
Which what smart person doesn't, right?
I was trying to get through college. I'm like, my goodness.
Elon Musk, smartest people on the planet took the shortest route through college they could, right?
He didn't even go to college, I don't think. He doesn't believe in that. He said, don't get your degree.
He did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
No, Brandon, I literally was the worst at math. I think I took college algebra 3 times. Annette, I'm just gonna have to say that. It's so funny. We all do come from Africa, which isn't that what the Bible says? Don't we all come from Africa or something? I don't know, something like that.
I'm not. Look, okay, you're taking this too far of a removal of extent. Okay, I'm just talking about here. Just talking about the U.S. in general. Okay. So yeah,
I'm talking about the U.S. in general too. Apparently, I have a freaking American accent. Annette, correct? She can't even understand me. That's how American I am.
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. All right.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. When somebody finds themselves completely removed from African ancestry, that's a big freaking deal. Those people actually get paid to donate more.
What?
Yeah. So yeah, that being said, all right. That being said, that's why I was laughing and I was like, who can't trace their ancestry from this country to Africa? There's very few people that can do so. Very few.
Isn't that what science says? I was trying to be very scientifical, that's a word, in that. I think, we learn that we all are from Africa or something.
Anyway, that being said, people who have been citizens 2 generations removed are actually Black American.
People who are Homo sapiens? I don't know. You're trying to blow my mind when I don't understand what you're saying.
I see you reading the chat.
Maybe my ancestors are Homo sapiens and Homo Neanderthal.
Neanderthal.
This is real. Oh my God. The rest is total German.
Neanderthal.
Neanderthal.
There you go.
Rest is total German.
No, it's not. It's actually
my mom's a little bit of everything, and my dad is like straight European.
Anyway, my point being this: Black Americans are real. We see them every day. We live right next to them. In fact, I got a number from one of them recently. So yeah, they exist. It's just that there's this, I don't know, there's stupidity in the way, and it's like, whatever. Whatever at that point.
Hold on.
Annette Fisher, I can sing some Rammstein if you want. Wirst du bist der Todesscheider, Treier sein für alle Tage. No. Nein.
Get your parents tested, you'll find out.
No. Nein. Du hast.
How long were you in the military?
Du hast mich.
How many years were you in the military?
Oh, around 20 years. Somewhere around 20 years.
Wait, you're 40.
Huh?
You're 30. You're 38 then.
Nope.
You're 42 then.
I got in real young, and I earned my retirement real young.
Plus 20 years. Someone do the math. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
38.
Yeah. But here's the thing is that I'm very careful not letting anybody do the math. So people have to guess and get that one guess only.
So the government knows all about you. We just can't.
Exactly. Unless you guess right, then you get a message. If you're in the Discord, though. If you're not in the Discord, then you don't get a message at all.
By the way, I tried to sign up. It gets to a point where you do your email address and your and it's like, what email address? There was no way to ever do an email address. I was trying to do it. I mean, I've obviously donated the most money. I could care less. I'll be a part of the club. I'm Team You, whatever this is.
Sure.
And I literally couldn't register. At the end, I'll screenshot you what I got to. Email address and password, and there's just what I'm talking about. I never even made an email, or you know what I mean? There's no way.
Ishville.
It gets to a weird point.
Ishville.
Stop that and send that to you to my fake Instagram account that I.
Ishville. Well, the best bet, my girl, is Instagram. That's about it.
I'm a boy, and I'm very offended.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding.
Cool. Awesome. But because you came at me with offense, then I'll respond with offense because of the escalation of force. Ah! Ich will das in mir vertraut. Ich will das in mir geglaubt. Ich will das in Händel sehen.
How do you feel about Ted Cruz going to the border and exposing all the open border?
Is that all he's doing still?
He also goes deep into the.
Well, if that's all he's doing, he's a bastard.
He's a what?
Bastard.
Oh, are you saying the B word?
Bastard.
You think he should be doing more? In what way?
Well, duh.
Don't you think Texas is the border, though?
Yes.
So what other state could? He's the one that has to expose it.
Expose what?
The immigration crisis in our country.
Well, duh.
So don't you think that that's a good thing he's doing
it? If all he's doing is talking, here's my thing. If all he's doing is talking, then I don't give a shit.
Well, don't you watch his videos where he exposes the border?
That's all he does, though.
What else could they do except shine light on it?
I don't know. Deploy National Guard. Deploy state troopers. I don't know. Develop a new border patrol specific to the state of Texas. I don't know.
Just hear me out right now. Do you not think the best thing in the whole thing would never be a physical wall? It should be a virtual wall. It's a radar wall that can go and detect, like a laser wall that would go down.
Nope.
Why?
Here's the problem. Okay. Where do you get the money?
Where do you get the money?
Yeah.
From private governmental contracts.
Nope.
Where do you get the money then? Tell me.
Okay, the people you're talking about, the private government contracts.
Was that not a good idea, a laser wall versus a physical wall?
The private government contracts only come from the federal government. Guess who's not federal government?
Guess who's not?
Nope.
State?
Nope.
Do you want all these illegal people to come into our country?
No.
You're pro that? Then what do you feel would be a good thing?
For the state of Texas to knuckle the fuck up and say, you know what? We're going to have our own border patrol. We're going to have our own state troopers. So our Texas Rangers take care of this shit since you won't.
And does that cost the taxpayers more money?
Not really, no.
Then why don't they do that?
Well, because they're getting paid by the federal government.
Ted Cruz is?
Duh!
So don't you think that it should be a new wave of thing that anyone that wants to be a federal political employee should not go in based and never make a commit, like almost like a sales commission. They
can you I'm sorry. Do me a favor. Speak louder and clearer, please.
So don't you think that people that go into political offices of higher power should never go in based off of gaining monetary gains and should go in already established monetarily? And I know, like, you're going to say, like, the all corrupt monetary people that we already have, like the Rothschilds and the whatever the hell. There's so many of them. Oh, Soros, whatever. But Bill Gates. But don't you think that people should go into political office?
I'll stop you there. Real quick, I'm sorry, but I'll cut you off there. I don't care about them. I don't.
Okay.
Continue, please.
Okay, so people should run, like Joe Biden was a poor person, like he wasn't poor, but he was a middle class.
I don't care about Joe Biden.
Well, that's a good example.
We're literally talking about Texas here, right? Here.
I mean,
we're literally talking about just Texas and Ted Cruz and everybody involved with Texas at the border, right?
Well, Texas always has a great reputation of having already established. I would talk about more so other in that way, because you do have to work with other states in order to whatever.
No, you don't.
To be a democracy, I guess, or no?
Not really.
Are you someone that wants Texas to be more independent?
I'm somebody that says sovereignty to the states.
I am too.
There you go. So if you know what that means exactly, then you're all on board.
Absolutely. money to the state.
So do you know what that means exactly?
Money to the state. Sovereignty means money. And the freedom of money, right?
Not exactly. Although that's a part of it. That's a part of it. That's a big part of it. Yeah.
So it's basically the states make the money decisions and decide where money goes.
So you're talking about budgeting.
And I'm talking about states having power versus big power versus small power. So local versus federal, or you know what I mean? Not, you know what I mean? Small versus big.
Okay, so federal versus.
It's been a while since I've done my class. I've worked in high fashion ever since. So
federal versus state, right?
It's a reminder right now. Yes.
Okay, so here's my thing. Okay, I'll explain it to you very much in depth. Let me know if you cannot hear me.
Okay, I can always hear you. You can't hear me.
Yeah, that's I've been blown up too many times, so that's part of that problem.
Oh my goodness.
So here's my thing, okay? Let's say that the federal government, Border Patrol, and Customs and Border Patrol is failing to maintain the border for Texas, right? Okay. Then with my idea of state sovereignty, we can tell the federal border agents to fuck off. Okay? Get the fuck out of Texas, leave, goodbye. We'll make our own border patrol, our own customs and border protection, okay? And be more efficient at it because we're actually here.
You need to speak in the microphone.
The microphone or the phone? That's a little weird.
Bluetooth disconnected. Bluetooth connected.
Okay, there we go.
Here you go. What is making burp?
High metabolism.
Oh my god, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That is wonderful. You want that.
You know, 10 miles uphill every morning.
You're so blessed. You're so blessed.
10 miles uphill every morning.
Oh my god.
At 4 o'clock in the morning till 6:30. That's no joke. So yeah.
You are blessed.
Not blessed. I work for it. So
so do I.
If anybody chooses to work for it, they're gonna get it. Facts.
I agree with that. I'm not a bitch ass. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
No bitch assness.
I don't see you. I don't know what you look like. I don't know what your BMI is.
Trust me.
How can I trust that? But you can see me. I look like a stump.
I gave you some major hints on myself.
I look like a stump with a head.
We don't tune in if you don't look cute.
False. Lies. All of it. Anyway, so here's my thing, okay? With states' rights, right? Okay, let's say the federal government, CBP, and Border Patrol is failing, and they're sucking at their job. Okay, then by my idea, the state can say, okay, federal government, fuck off. And we'll have our own Border Patrol, our own CBP, and TSA, right? Okay.
I'm picturing this.
Okay. And we'll fund it ourselves. And here's how
Is anyone there? I have a question. Is anyone even there now?
For what?
Is anyone even at the border? Like, I'm so confused. Why are people so allowed to get right now?
They're just,
the border's
okay.
so open.
They are just literally, somebody comes up to them, tells them an address in the U.S., and they will just literally ship them there. That's what's happening right now.
Is it because Donald Trump had penalties or something if you were coming in illegally? Or what is going on with the border? Because I've kind of gotten lost.
All that Donald Trump did was reinforce the existing border policy, and the Biden administration said, you know what? We don't need borders. Everybody's a citizen of the U.S. Literally it.
Why would we want everyone to be a citizen of the U.S.? Why wouldn't we want to be selective?
Well, think about it this way, okay? How do you get a congressman or a senator? How do you get them?
People have to nominate you to be one based on...
Not really. Not really. I'm talking about the position, not the individual.
How do you get to be in a position of power?
I'm talking about the position, not the person occupying that position.
You have to have knowledge, probably experience. People don't vote on that. They really don't do their research.
Nope.
Otherwise,
AOC would not exist at all.
What's AOC?
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Do you like her?
No. I mean, she's hot. You know, I'd totally like go smash, but nah.
Of course, anyone that has that kind of fantasy to fuck someone that's evil. I guess. Like, I'll give you that benefit of the doubt, but I'm so
hot.
done.
She's hot. So that's about it. She's dumber than a bag of rocks.
And that's being nice. That is so nice of you. You deserve a peace medal.
She's dumber than a bag of rocks placed on a baby cradle with a baby inside.
And we are going to give you the Medal of Honor, or the Peace Medal, whatever. Not Medal of Honor, so sorry to be disrespectful. That's a very good medal. But the Peace Medal, whatever, you know what I mean? Like a peace something. Because she is a piece of crap.
Anyway, so yeah, if that was the case, and you were just appointed by people voting in your district, and that was all it took, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez would not exist.
Oh my God.
She wouldn't exist. Okay, let me show people, because people are asking for a picture. Let me show y'all.
She looks like a skinny girl with a big diaper booty. Skinny Latino girl with a big diaper booty.
All right, images.
She looks like an anteater.
All right, let me pull up the good ones, though. Because everybody's like, why are you so attracted to her? And I'm like, okay, let me show you.
Oh, he has a makeup artist.
But yeah, she started as a bartender. And she got a bunch of votes, and that was cool, I guess, but whatever. So yeah, let me show y'all. Let me show it. Boom, son. I would MF I would MF the daylights out of that one. I'm a man. Y'all know this. I'm a man. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. I don't deny it. Ooh, this one looks juicy. 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 Hey. 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 I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all, but hey, you know what? If she's offering. But yeah. So that's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She's they also call her the horse girl because of this picture. Her laughing in Congress. I tell you what though, she probably does some mean numbers on, you know what I'm saying? She probably does some mean numbers. So yeah. Let me see if I can find her thing. Let me see. Dance, maybe. Maybe. Let me see. Can I find that dance thing she did like a while back? Maybe it was this one. Nope. BBC, BBC. YouTube only, YouTube only. Maybe this one. I'll show you. There she is. That's her, y'all. That's her. That's not her. Yeah. Some parts of this are not going to be very enticing, but there we go. There we go. That was her. All right, let me see if I can find the rest of her. But yeah, like, dude. I'll say this much. She's pretty hot. Oh shit. Oh shit. All right, let's go back. So yeah, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She's pretty hot. So that'd probably be me. Oh shit. Oh, it looks like Lana lost us. Oh well. Brad Peters, just secure the border with officers. And if you enter illegally, just get kicked out. Brandon Peters voting. Brandon Peters level out. And then Fisher, Badgers fave. Girls. Well, duh. I'm a dude. Brandon Peters, Badger can bring up look at this lady. I haven't heard of her. And then Fisher. Even I know her. Brandon Pierce, Electoral College. Roblox Fanatic. I looked her up and her teeth look like a Bugs Bunny's. Ah! Uh. So yeah, let me see. Look, my saying goes, she got no face, I say disgrace. Roblox, level out. Brandon Pierce, I give her a 7 on the bango meter. Dude, I'd probably be in it. Just saying. I'm a sucker for it. Roblox, what the? Annette Fisher, okay, cringe. Roblox, on second thought, LMAO. Brandon Peters, 7 was on the high end, maybe an 8 at most. Roblox, bro looks like a Pennywise. Brandon Peters, he open mouth and all, send on in. You damn Skippy, I would. Open mouth, okay, come here, girl. Hey, Macarena. Annette Fisher at Brandon. Brandon Peters, yeah, I'm still going with 7. Roblox 6. Brandon Peters, read the chat, Badger, please. Annette Fisher, you're silent. Roblox, but I'm 16, so why am I talking? Brandon Peters, dang, 16 was a long time ago for me. There you go. All right, so what the hell time is it? And yeah, she quit. Or at least I think she did. Or maybe her phone died. I don't know. Sneeko doing dumb stuff. More people doing dumb stuff. Cool. Whatever. Cool. All right. So is this live stream long enough? Y'all tell me. I got a pizzle. Oh no, there's nothing to show here. No. Okay, let me bring it up again. Macarena. All right, I got a pizzle really bad. I will see y'all in a second. Let me know if I should continue to live stream. Yeah. And then, so yeah, that thing. Let's go.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth connected. Bluetooth disconnected. Bluetooth connected.
Okay, so who is ready? Who is ready? Oh no, he wasn't ready. No. All right, let me transition. Here we go. There we go. So we lost Lana. I don't know what happened to her. So thank you, Lana, for the super chats. I don't know what happened. Your phone probably died. So that's a thing, I guess. Let me check out the rest of this stuff. Let me check. Let me schmeckle. Dan the Math Man. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let me see. Okay, so right off the bat, somebody recommended Angry Cops. Ooh. Yoink. All right, so Angry Cops. Let me add to the live stream, so I don't get side smacked. That thing, and that thing. Yeah. So, let me do this. Angry. Let me see this part of it. Thug. Copy. Ugh. It's raining here, so like the rain is about to send me to a deep slumber. So like I'm trying to fight it. Share that. Copy. Paste that. Cool. All right. So the next one is the Angry Cops. Privates fail and line now. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's do it.
The following video that you are about to view is real life, and my original and unedited reactions to privates learning land navigation for the first time. I am currently secretly stalking trainees through a land nav course, and there is already a story to be told. Before we can even get started, and I can stalk these weirdos to make sure they don't get lost and that they're doing the right thing, they plotted the wrong azimuth. They used mils instead of degrees.
Mills are for artillery, you dumb nuts.
To plot 60 degrees, and they plotted 60 mils. They were going in almost a 90-degree wrong direction, and I had to pop out of the woods and say, "Where are you going? Are you sure? I want to double check that." The best part is that out of the group of 7, 3 of the privates did it the right way, but didn't say anything, and they were just going to go along with the crowd and get lost. Land nav story, part 2. I watched these privates plot an azimuth, and they looked like they were doing it correctly, but then I saw them go off in the wrong direction. They plotted 20 degrees, but then they went 0 degrees. And after being off of their point by quite some distance, I figured out that they had plotted the correct degree, but then just followed the north arrow because they thought that the north arrow was going to point them in the right direction. Just automatically.
I love to see it. I love this. Somebody get crop duster out of here. Nuke him. Nuke him. Nuke him. There we go. Brandon Peters. Good job. Hey, look, y'all. Become members now to pay Brandon Peters his freaking due. Because he's a damn good moderator. Oh, man, I love to hear that sound. I love to hear that sound. All that water everywhere. Love it. I love it. All right, let's continue.
Immaculate, pointing in the right direction. Stalking privates during land nav part 3. Their NCO that's leading them saw them about to go through a bunch of brush and said, hey, privates, if you want to just shoot an azimuth and have a private run up there to whatever tree or whatever point you want to mark at, and then you can kind of trudge real quickly so you can get through it faster, you can do that. They're like, okay. And then completely ignored him. Just started zigzagging through a bunch of shit and trying to reshoot their azimuth. Stalking privates through the land nav course part 4. They've been going through a bunch of shit, like a lot of brush and falling down trees and brambles and nonsense. And if we come over here about 10 feet, there's a path which they've been walking alongside for the past 200 meters, going through a whole bunch of useless brambles and trees and getting poked and wet and stupid. Oh, God, this is great. This is part 5? Man, I think this is part 5 before I'm losing count. The rats are getting passed by an old lady and her labradoodle. That's how bad at land nav these kids are. Part 5 of stalking privates in the woods during land nav. They're a little lost. They think that they got their azimuth off a little bit, going through the brush and all the brambles and stuff. They think they got off a little bit. So what is their response? They stop and start yelling at that guy to shoot a back azimuth, not to go backwards, to try and figure out where you are. Perhaps you're still lost in the fucking woods. A back azimuth is just 180 degrees that way, 90 degrees is that way, 60 degrees is that way. How the fuck does that help you figuring out where you are right now? It isn't. Start doing some fucking terrain. Oop. Part 6, stalking privates in the woods during land nav. They decided after all that they were going to use the path alongside the azimuth that they had shot, but they had followed it for far too long. So now they're on a path and they don't know. They're just too far away from their actual azimuth that they originally shot, which is in the middle of the woods now because they followed the path for too damn long. So now they don't know what to do. And they're still talking about the back azimuth. The back azimuth is only good if you stayed on your original azimuth. And if you're going to go restart your actual point, you can't make it up.
Okay, so a lot of people disagree with me on this one. And they hate me for this one. They really do. Because I'm very good at this, all right? It's called Dead Reckoning. Dead freaking Reckoning. Dead Reckoning is where you shoot an azimuth, okay, from the point you're starting at, and you go directly on that azimuth the entire time with a compass in your hand. Point dude is looking at azimuth, and he follows it to the T. To your next point. Ooh. Okay. Oh, get him. Get him. That bastard. Okay, so here's how it works. All right. Here is how it works. I'm not sure if you hear the sound of my voice, but I'm going to say it anyway. Okay. So when you take a compass, right, and you're at your starting point, and then you hold it in front of you, it's going to point one of two directions for main directions. The rest of them will be mills, or they will be
degrees. Okay. And there's going to be a certain amount of degrees that you can go in 360 degrees direction, right? So, that being said, you're definitely going to want to use a lensatic compass where you can actually aim at a point that's a certain distance away from you, and then you will definitely head to that freaking point in front of you, you designated, which is usually a terrain feature like a tree or a small hill or a freaking clearing that you can obviously see. Somebody take out turtle poking out. Somebody. And of course, dead reckoning is quite literally dead reckoning, as in you're heading directly to that point. You're not going to deviate. You're not going to go right. Okay. You're not going to go left. You're not going to deviate at all because the point man is going to be the dude that has the compass the whole way. He's going to look down every few seconds and he's going to make for damn freaking sure they're heading in the right fucking direction. And of course, because you're heading in the right fucking direction, he's going to hit that tree with his fucking forehead and his compass before he realizes he hit the tree he used to shoot the goddamn azimuth. And of course, because he shot the goddamn azimuth on that one freaking tree that was like 500 fucking meters out, he's going to hit that tree with the compass and his head. And then, of course, he's going to continue by going on the opposite side of that freaking tree and heading straight down the azimuth still. The easiest land nav is understanding how land nav actually fucking works. Ah! That being said, so you have hit the marker for your azimuth, and then you just go on the opposite side of the marker for your azimuth. You reshoot your freaking azimuth, and then upon reshooting your azimuth, you understand you're only having 1.5 points of deviation from your azimuth, and then you start heading directly in that direction with no freaking deviation. I don't care what nav training course you're doing. I don't care if you're in SEER school. I don't care if you're doing Ranger school. I do not care if you're doing sand survival school. If you're doing jungle survival school. I don't care if you're doing airborne survival school. I don't give a goddamn because if you do Dead Reckoning the right time, every time that you freaking do it as you were taught, then you're going to do Dead Reckoning and you're going to reach your point in record freaking time, no matter what obstacles are in your path. And you're going to get there and you're going to succeed and you're going to freaking graduate. But no, people don't, they just don't want to use their heads because look, dude, chill dude, chill like Bob Marley did back in the day, yo. Like totally, like yo, like just chill. That's all we need to do. Do you think that Bob Marley did not know where he was? Is that your assumption? So you assume that Bob Marley, one of the greatest musicians on the planet, completely forsake the entire skill of understanding how to follow directions. Move, private. There we go. That's how it went.
Part 7. Stalking privates in the woods during land nav. A female private dropped one of the only sensitive items you can possibly have on this entire land nav course, and that is the little piece of paper that she has that has her points marked on it and also the code below it to prove that you've been there. That's right. The entire point of going out to land nav is your piece of paper that verifies that you were at said points that you were given. And she dropped it and she walked away, and I almost stole it, and it would have been a very good day. But unfortunately, a very squared away NCO that's with them caught it and said, "Pick up your piece of paper so you don't fail this course." So what was that close to failing her? Was that close?
So I'm guessing they had a gentleman's course. That's my guess. Because every course I did in the military, when it came to lab nav, all right, every course, every freaking course, every course I did in the military when it came to land nav was a fucking shit show all the way through. All right.
I need more Everclear for this fucking shit.
Okay, so here's how it works. As far as my knowledge goes, all right, I have not been in basic training. I have not been in your average like selection or scouting platoon, all right, for years yet, right? I've been doing other shit, right? But as far as my understanding goes, you are trained within a couple of days to understand how your map works and how your compass works, right? So on your map, okay, you're going to have grid coordinates, right? And you're going to have a longitude and latitude, right? Everybody knows what that is, right? Actually, not. Actually, not. They don't know what longitude and latitude is. So if you want to be a warlord in a future survival scenario, guess what? You're it. You're watching this video, so it's like, whatever. So yeah. You're assigned a compass and a map. Guess what? There's no training. There's no familiarization. Okay? You have to figure this shit out for yourself. So, that being said, private, you have to figure out how to get from point A to point B and C and D in that order. So you have to figure out where you're going. Let's keep going.
Part 8 of stalking privates in the woods during land nav. On this last point, a private decided that he would round down. Instead of going 247 degrees, he would go 240 because that's close enough. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's because by the time they're finished with land nav, I'll have started a fire to keep warm. Part 9 of stalking privates during land nav. They dropped a glove. It's a sensitive item. So there's 1, they're going to be missing an article of clothing. And 2, that's a learning lesson about not leaving any traces behind.
Oh shit, private! Oh damn, private! You left the glove behind, private! Well, drill sergeant, I didn't mean to do that. Maybe not all that.
Guess how I found you, Private? Guess how I found all of you? And I found you in record time, Private. Guess how I did that? Guess. Give me a good day, Private. Well, ma'am, I might have laid something back on the patrol base, drill sergeant. You did, Private. You did. You left something back in the patrol base, Private. And guess what that was that led me to you? Well, I don't know. I don't know, dear sergeant. I don't know. Maybe like a shirt. Hey, Private, I'm happy to make your whole day. And guess what, Private? Guess what? It was a glove. It was a glove from your fucking platoon, Private. Now your whole platoon can completely climb the mountain without camelbacks, Private. You ready to have that one? You ready to do it? Y'all got fucking 5 minutes to start going up. And you know the trail. Go. All right. For those of y'all, let me go to the chat. Because I'm a crazy veteran and I'm drunk right now. So you can get away with shit. So cool. Let me read it. Okay. So my mods are on point. I wish I could pay y'all. I wish. But we'll see. Relax. Jesus got to poop, huh? Kind of sus. Brand Pierce. The trolls are bots are like fish in a barrel. Roblox. Easy work. Roblox. Well, more bots means more people, which means whatever. I don't know. Cool? Yeah? Roblox. Echolocation. Brand Pierce. Badger's funny voices. Roblox. Oh no, Pennywise Badger. Brand Pierce. Now put my gloves in my pocket, but I check every few minutes to make sure they're there. Haven't fallen out. It's not hard. Brand Pierce. Level out. Not Roblox. Okay, Bub. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed now. I'm going to go to bed. Have a good night. That thing. I did a 6-hour live stream. So, yeah. Good luck, you bastards. Oh, shit. I got to do some training in like 4 hours. Damn. I got to stay up. Okay. Be good. Be safe. Make good luck for yourselves. Last Cat Badger. Out.